Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here and welcome to episode number 26 of my lower league management playthrough in Football Manager 2016 with FC United. And today we have the 2017 youth intake. Very interested to see who we're going to get. Hopefully another player that can make impact in the first team. You know, Henry Collins, he did exactly that. I'll go through results in a second, but we'll go into the team now. And you see the best player here is Sean O'Neill. He seems to have an alright current ability. He could be exactly that, come in for next season, we'll see. And he doesn't look too bad, and he's one of the very few regions on my Football Manager game that will have the shirt on, because I had that from an older region face pack, I guess you can say, region hair pack, and I deleted that, but yeah, maybe some files were still stuck in the game wherever, don't really know, but yeah, you'll see that very rarely with players, but I guess he's one of the special ones because yeah, he's probably the best player we have gotten through in this intake. His mental attributes look alright. He's got some lower ones, of course, but then he's got some decent ones. Aggression you don't want too high, though, because then he probably is a bit dirty. He's a bit dirty player, maybe give away cards, don't really know, but you can probably see that. Well, it doesn't say specifically that he has that in him. He should be in the gym, working on his athleticism. Dribbling should be worked on. His physical strength, and needs to be a bit more consistent. So he's got some decent cons that probably we can work on, but more so his pros as well. He could improve a lot in the future, we'll see. But generally, regions you get conference level, around conference level. I don't think you can get someone with really high potential, because I've never experienced that. Usually the regions I've got are ones on free transfers. But saying that, it's been hard to find decent regions, especially that are from England, because I can't really find other ones. But anyway, he seems he'll be alright. He's attacking midfielder, which we don't really utilise at the minute. We could use him as a striker. That's how I'm probably going to train him from now. He could maybe be a creative striker because finishing only 8, and he seems to have good passing. Well, passing 8, technique 8, and then his vision is 12. So I feel it could be a creative player, maybe like deep playing forward on support or something like that. Probably not a target man because he's a bit, he's not really good in the air. Definitely, he's not tall. So we'll just have to see. We'll sign him up as a youth player on a youth contract, and we'll just see once he joins. Then also we have a guy with high potential, Kevin Davis, but I don't think he's that good if you look at his current ability, and that's what you need for this level of football. You need a guy who's going to come in right away and not really rely on their potential, because again, their potential is probably not going to be that good. So I'm actually not even considering to sign this guy up, especially as a central midfielder. In his technical attributes, passing only 6 and technique 5. I guess vision okay is 9. But you know, not always, but a lot of the time, players just give the ball away senselessly, and those are the kind of players I don't want. I want players that can actually make passes. So I'm actually not going to sign him up, even though he has okay potential, I suppose. Maybe he'll be a good player in this division, but not above. Need him to be good right now, like Sean O'Neill is basically. And then we've got David Sheridan, who's a right back. He doesn't look terrible, actually. Seems well-rounded. He's got 16 flair, so maybe if he gets forward, he might be decent. He's got a bit of flair, teamwork about him as well also. But yeah, defensively, he's alright. Tackling 13 and marking 9. And you'll see in our tactics I'll talk about soon. But yeah, generally our fullbacks even playing very defensive roles. And you see limited fullback. And yeah, fullback on defend, best roles and duties. So I'm going to sign this guy up. Most definitely, we'll take a look. He's got a lot of cons though. I talked about the cons before with the other player as well, but a lot of them are what you can work on. Most of them anyway. There's no like injury prone or something like that. But yeah, no, I like the look of this guy. Only 15. So he can probably improve. If these players are going to be improving, it will be through game time and again, not training. As I said earlier, it will be really hard to, even if you get a guy with decent potential, maybe League 1 or League 2, which is very, very rare, I'm telling you now, for conference teams, it's hard to, you can't even get a player to that ability because, yeah, you lack the training facilities. So they got to develop a little bit anyway through game time. Ray Warren, this guy, he appeared to have okay ability, nothing special, but he's got too much lower attributes for me. in his technicals, like dribbling and finishing. For a winger, you want to know how to dribble properly, not 4 dribbling, and even balance as well, only 4, vision 5. So yeah, not going to sign him up. And then, there's Mick Perkins. I don't think he'll be... he's average. He's actually got 10 crossing, 8 dribbling. He's not terrible, actually, but I don't feel he's worthy signing up. I don't see the point, because we'll have better players in his position. I'm treating these as any other player, if I would sign them up or not, if they were free transfers. And then if you look at all these, like half a star ability, like Mark Scott, none of these are going to be good enough. I'll just, click on a few of them just so you can see. Yeah, they're simply not good enough. Or anyone else, Boyo. Actually, what is he, a centre-back though? Yeah, physically he's too poor. They always have really, and especially with aggression 20, he'll probably give away a lot of fouls. So, yeah, again, you're not ever going to sign up so many players, just the couple best ones available. But again, I think we've found someone in Sean O'Neill that could be part of the team next season. I'm not sure if he'll play attacking midfielder though. Like I said, with the striker, might still go at 2 strikers. But yeah, he seems like a more creative striker, which I like to see. But also the right back in David Sheridan. If you go to his report, right back, he's as good as Dominic Roman, also Adam Thurston, who I may consider just letting go. You talk about a guy you need to rely on improving to be good enough. He hasn't really done so majorly. And we've got like similar players who are as good as him. So when's our next game? It's a 6-day break. So we'll wait until then, but I do want to go through recent results as well. Where were we? You can see in recent games, we've been alright actually. I played through a lot to get to this region day because, we weren't going to get promoted this season unless we got really lucky. I suppose realistically, there's still a very slight chance. Look, 4th and 5th are only on 53 points both. There's not like even 56. I guess they've got to get a couple more wins, Colwyn Bay. But it's relying on a lot of teams like them to drop, but then there's so many teams in our way. So I wouldn't think, we can reach the playoffs this season. But we've been improving in recent games. We went through a little patch there where we couldn't win a game. But then, we started winning a few and I was really happy. I'm not going to go through all the games. That will be a bit silly. But I have altered the tactic a bit. You know how during the games and the players' numbers weren't really suitable and they weren't in order? Like the right back or like Craig Linfield was in like the right back position when it will show during the game. I fixed that up by refreshing, like starting a new tactic brand new. I just went to set formation and then I went to 4-4-2, and I just created a new one. So that solved that. And these are instructions. I'm on standard, fluid. Those are the roles. I've got all limited roles, like limited fullback, and they're not doing terribly as well. And then with my instructions, higher tempo, time wasting on sometimes, narrow width, deeper defensive line, closing down less, more direct passing, be more disciplined, stick to positions, and exploit the middle as well. That goes with the width being narrow. So, that's how we've gone. And I reckon we've picked up a decent amount of points. Again, for a team of our expectation. We lost a couple games there, both away from home. They weren't huge losses. 2-0 and 2-1. But then we had some nice wins as well. Winning 2-0, picked up a draw as well, but 3-1 away from home against Stockport, 2-0 away from home against Boston United, who's near the top of the table. Where are they now? Oh, they're dropping down a bit. They were in the playoff positions though when we played them. And then, another victory at home there. So it's definitely good for our expectations anyway. And where we are kind of where we're expected by the media at least. The board just wanted to escape relegation again, but media prediction is 13th, and guess where we are? 13th. So we're kind of, bang on our expectations, and I definitely at least want to be that 13 position. I know last season we finished off with a bang. Maybe we could do that again and finish around, I think we finished 7th, didn't we? I know they're a few points away, but it's going to be a similar season to last season anyway. So maybe you could say we haven't progressed, but I feel we have in terms of our squad. We haven't obviously progressed in terms of where we would be on the table, but I feel where our squad is at and the club, it has improved. But I'd like to see your thoughts anyway, from like a second point of view from you guys. I always love to see that. If you think maybe I haven't improved in some areas. Yeah, tell me which areas you think I could do better, because I want to do as well as I can to improve FC United. So one day we are in the Premier League and winning it, and Champions League one day as well. So we'll see. I'll have to progress a lot more though. And lads, I just wanted to update you on some players now that I've let go of. Jack Harris, the left back, who we actually signed earlier this season, but we're signing a guy like Luke Higham, hasn't really found a way into the team of recent times, so I let him go. Even Cameron Murray as well, yeah, I let him go. He wanted to go out on loan if I wasn't playing him. I actually offered him for loan, but then he left the club because obviously he was out of contract as well. Which I can understand. We do have kind of big squad, understandable, especially after signing Elliot Hodge on loan. And also Kasitu and Thurston just now basically I released. They were in the under-21s, not really playing. So yeah, releasing those players. Got slightly more wage budget, not too much more because they're on non-contract deals. But hopefully, when it gets towards the end of the season and the board gives us the budgets for the following season, hopefully we do have a decent amount. But the biggest thing is, we need good players wanting to join us and letting me make an offer, because there's a lot of players that don't want to join this team, but they want to join other teams in this league. So hopefully a couple seasons now, we're holding a decent position in this division. Hopefully more players, maybe dropping down from League 2 or Conference, the league above this one, want to join us. And maybe even Premier League youth players that run out of their contract and yeah, they get let go of. But yeah, those kind of players weren't listening to offers from me, and it was really frustrating because I found it really hard to bring in the quality we kind of had the wage budget for. As you see now, we almost have still 3K available, but there's no one better than what we already have that wants to join me anyway. So hopefully, yeah, some more players will want to join FC United. But now, guys, it's time to move into the next league game, which we are playing home against Nuneaton, who are 22nd. So for me, I'm going to look at this, and I got to think this has to be 3 points, really. I know maybe there's a very, very slim hope of getting a 4th or 5th position. We maybe, win the rest of the games this season. Maybe, but we'll have to see how things go in this game specifically first. Not to get too ahead of myself. Also, I'm sticking with Alex Baird in goals. He's been decent. Look at that. All right. Last 5 games, 7.08. That's all right. That's all right rating. Sam Minahan at right back. Also, Stuart Kerr is getting a go. Some of you guys may have forgotten about him. He came along with Henry Collins in the youth intake of the previous season. Played a few games. Off the bench. He started 1 league game last season. This season hasn't played too much. Played a lot in the under-18s, but he looks not too bad now. Physically, still always been that strong player at 14 strength, and he's not amazing physically, but he's definitely not terrible. And then he's got decent tackling stats. He's Scottish, so we'll have to give him a chance if he's going to get better as well. That's another thing. And he hasn't done terribly in the games we've played him. Obviously, he doesn't have amazing ratings, but I haven't noticed him doing bad things, like making errors at the back. So that's really important as well. And also, you may have noticed I'm using defensive wingers now. Craig Linfield can play that, which I like about him. He can play the general winger role, but because he can play wing back and even right back, he's not accomplished, but he's competent. Yeah, I think he can play that role well, and his role suitability for it is not terrible, and Andrew Fox really suits that as well because he can play left back, or he's a left back that can play left mid, whichever way you really want to see it. So yeah, that's basically the changes from you would have seen like in earlier videos and everything like that. So that's basically it. I think we shall go into the next game with this team, and I'm excited we can get 3 points here. I think can continue the form. Again, did team meeting, make sure the morale is good going to this game. And I think we could finish this season off well with not with a win here, but if we win here, depends what couple teams on top of us do. Maybe could push up a position or two, and we can be in a good position for the rest of the season. We can finish it off with confidence. So we'll go in there. Billy Daniels, tight mark. Assistant manager, he's still very wary about doing opposition instructions. Sometimes he doesn't do any at all. Marlon Harewood is a guy we've got to be careful of. Definitely very experienced. I think we're just going to hard tackle him because he's a bit older. Not trying to injure him specifically, but just because he's older and maybe he won't play to his best and he'll get a bit frustrated. And I guess we'll tight mark him as well. And with the wingers, we'll tight mark them. I was going to close down, but yeah, I've changed that a little bit. And we'll show them onto the weaker foot, I think. There we go. Hopefully that will be good anyway, and we'll see how that pans out. We'll go assertively, and we'll say, what are we going to say here? Let's give the fans something to cheer today. It is a home game, so for the fans that came along. And I'm going to say calmly, and we'll say, I think there's a lot more to come from you, and I completely believe you've got what it takes. I've been doing that opposed to assertively, and I've been getting some, decent reactions from the players, so I've been rolling with that for a bit. But again, it's not really majorly different. But I would say our results have been decent. And of course, going into the following season as well, I'll probably change up the pitch. I don't think this pitch has been terrible for us in terms of being narrow and long. But yeah, to me, it's just a bit annoying being this big. But anyway, yeah, that's a small fact. And now Fox, early chance here. Early chance, Collins! Very, very tough to score from that angle. But it was a good opportunity created early for us. Okay, so they've got a corner now. It's Reed. Oh, no, it's a goal. Just like that, they score. Wow, that's not very good at all, is it? Right away, quick from a corner. And yeah, I did not expect them to score. That just came really quickly. They just got a corner out of nowhere. The game was just processing, and then really quick, we didn't even see the lead up to that. It didn't even show like the shot on target or whatever it was to how they got a corner. So that's a bit disappointing. So maybe we can get it back here. We'll try and intercept, hopefully, and then get on the counter. But it's Harewood. Come on, tackle him hard. Like I said, he missed the challenge. You can't be doing that. But he wasted the opportunity anyway. Never, ever looked likely. That was just a wasted chance for them. No doubt, their manager. But again, they had one shot on target. The one from the corner they got. They just had a second now. But, come on. We're going to halftime. We probably have to change things up a bit. Because we don't really look like scoring, unfortunately. It's a bit disappointing. We're playing at home and, it's not what you want to see. Not what you want to see at all. So, because we are playing at home, we'll go attacking. I'll change up instructions a little bit. We're already on higher tempo and the direct passing. We're playing that way. We'll hit some early crosses in. And we'll be more expressive for the rest of the game. Hopefully we can do something, but we'll go aggressively. Expect to see much better. I say expect to see much better, but we haven't really actually seen much of what we've done. But yeah, with my tactical changes, a lot of it, especially with the roles, is to make sure we are better defensively. And I suppose it's work for the most part, but when you concede from a corner, that's kind of a different part of the game. Is like working on defending the set pieces. Okay, come on, we need a goal back here. Collins. Henry Collins puts a ball in and Linfield equalises. And that's a goal, no offsides, well done. Henry Collins still making impact. And like I mentioned with the regions as well, Henry Collins is a great young player, but I don't think he's going to develop a whole lot more. I think that's the problem that lies in him. So he's just going to be a good player. Like he's showing already, no doubt. He's a great player or good enough for this league anyway. But I'm not sure, if he'll start improving majorly. Don't really know. I don't think that kind of potential lies in him. As I mentioned, for this level, I think it must be capped or something unless you have amazing training facility or youth facilities like recruitment and that. Because I've never really gotten someone with crazy high potential at this level anyway. So the change we are going to make, what are we going to? Tom Brown. I reckon we're going to bring on Danny. Or should we go for someone a bit more attacking? And go for that goal, I think so. I was thinking either him or, Michael Powell. But we'll leave with Ratchie because he can play advanced playmaker on support. Probably his best role, most definitely. But we are also going to bring on Simmons it's a big decision. It's Wolfenden or Collins. Collins, he got the assist before, so he's having a good game. But Wolfenden's got a better rating. We're going to take off Collins. It's a big decision to take him off, but we'll put Wolfenden in that role. Because, Wolfenden... he's proven. He's really proven. And also Simmons. He actually dropped off a bit, Simmons. It was funny. I even posted a Twitter picture of him, saying form. and then he hasn't scored since. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because he hasn't scored since, which is a bit disappointing. That's a long time. That's really weird to see, isn't it? But it was about the same time I made the tactical changes at the same time, so that's understand. Maybe, yes, but it's not even major tactics change, so yeah, a bit of interesting there, but yeah, we'll make those changes, and Danny Ratchie, he looks to gain confidence, so maybe we could go for a winner. So as I mentioned anyway, you can see, yeah, Craig Linfield is no longer showing as the right back, and the centre backs are in their normal positions when it shows in the stats. So that's one reason I kind of set up my tactic again from fresh with a 4-4-2. And also, what we're going to do team talk wise, I'm going to say assertively and encourage the lads, push them on, or hopefully they can push on, encourage them to push on for last 20 minutes or so. Now, I'll be content, I guess, with a draw. I won't be so happy or something, but at least we don't lose. I don't like losing. That's a thing for sure. But we have opportunity to win the game. That's the thing. I reckon we're going to bring on Njoli now. We'll change up our wingers kind of roles. We'll go winger and we'll go attack. We're playing at home. I want to go for this right now. Wingers on attack. And maybe we'll go overload. I think so. I think we'll go overload and we'll go pump the ball into the box. And then we'll go route one as well. Maybe defensive line, not push up so much. We'll just leave it normal, not dropping so deep. And we'll take more risks and shoot on side as well. And we'll see if we'll be able to take those opportunities. Maybe run at defense. Those wingers can allow for that. Maybe even roam from positions as well. Change it up a little bit to allow us to maybe create some late chances. I'll say no pressure on Njoli because he's young, so he'll get that relaxed reaction. For those of you guys that don't know, maybe a little tip that I've learnt myself over the last couple of years doing those. If you say no pressure on a guy who's 18 or younger, most of the time he'll get a good reaction. So try and experiment that for yourself. But we're looking for something here that's not quite happening. We'll go assertively, demand more, maybe a late opportunity. We've had 2 clear-cut chances, and they've had none. Come on. I'd like to say we would deserve to win this, but I don't think so. Probably deserves to finish 1-1 or just a draw, whichever way it was going to pan out. I think, draw. I think they played well enough, I suppose. But the thing is, they only scored their goal from a corner. So if you look at the actual performance, we didn't concede too many chances. On another day, this could have been a 1-0 victory. And I guess what a comeback that was. I was actually surprised it was there, but genuinely, players will get a good reaction from that. So we don't actually move up. We stay in our media predicted 13th, which is not too bad. But as I mentioned earlier, with the chance of maybe finishing 5th or 6th, probably even looking less likely now after not being able to pick up the 3 points here today. So lads, I'll wrap it up here after that result. 1-1, at least we pick up a point, I suppose. We're still just getting away for sure from that relegation zone. I like to think we're safe 100% now, so we can really focus on the next season now. So I probably will play the rest of the season off camera. How many games is there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more games. Almost the amount I played from the last game I showed you, just to get to this point for the region day, to get through the regions that we did, which I think was successful. Maybe 1 player at least that will make an impact, possibly 2. But you can see we're probably going to have that mid-table season. In terms of how we've performed this season, I'm not terribly impressed. I'm not impressed. I'm not so happy with how we've played, but I'm happy that we're going to stay up. I'm going to keep my job for another season, and we can really press on. And I know a lot of you guys are maybe disappointed. You guys that are used to my videos for the last couple of years, that I'm not playing every single game, but hopefully you can see that now. If I played every single game, when you do it that way, it takes a lot to finish just 2 seasons. So you can see, it will be a big waste of time if I did that, because it would have took a lot of episodes, probably close to 40, 50 episodes for that. So you're going to see a lot more of this. And this is one of those saves. These kind of saves, the more seasons you play, the more you enjoy it personally. Like, I'm really enjoying playing through this save now and getting deep into it. Like, 2017, we get into next season, then we'll push to 2018. It'll be kind of those long saves. People always said, oh, you never do long saves. And, like, doubt me when I do that. But obviously I'm progressing, for me especially, I'm progressing a lot this early in FM16. I suppose it's a new year now, but yeah, I can definitely see this save being 10 years plus in this style. So if you guys are enjoying this, please feel free to drop a like on the video. It costs nothing, 100% free. It just helps me out at the end of the day and lets me know you want to see more of a series. So if you're enjoying it, drop a like on the video. If you're new as well, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.